right now, a recruiter is looking at your online profile, and you have exactly 7 seconds before they decide to just click away.
7 seconds.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It is nothing. 7 seconds to summarize, decades of hard work, your late night studying, your massive cross-cultural career leaps, and if you don't grab them in that tiny window, they are gone.
Completely gone.
So today we are doing a deep dive into the most critical yet somehow most heavily wasted real estate you have, your LinkedIn About section.
Yes,
You essentially have 3 lines to hook them, and most people waste all 3.
they really do.
But today we fix that. Our mission for you, the professional listening right now, is to transform this section from a stiff, generic paragraph into a highly effective career magnet.
Because for a non-native English-speaking professional in a global market, fixing this tiny window is, well, it's arguably the highest return on investment move you can make.
Right. So why does this specific text box matter so much? I mean, I used to treat it like an afterthought, just a place to dump a generic bio.
Most people do. But it matters for a few huge reasons. First, it is highly searchable.
Like SEO for your career.
Exactly. If a hiring manager types skills into the search bar, the algorithm scans your About section to see if you belong at the top of their list. And second, it's evergreen.
It works for you 24/7.
Right, pitching your value across time zones while you're literally asleep. And third, it's your first impression. Your profile is mostly just sterile, beta dates, job titles. The summary is your one chance to actually speak directly to the reader.
But there is a massive design constraint here. LinkedIn doesn't show the whole summary when someone lands on your page. They just give a preview.
Just those first few lines.
Yeah, it cuts off at exactly 3 lines of text. After that, there's just this tiny gray "See More" link. It's like a bouncer at an exclusive club.
That's a great way to look at it.
Those first 3 lines are your VIP pass. If the bouncer isn't impressed instantly, you are not getting in. They will never click "See More." But, I mean, I have to push back a little here because it feels incredibly frustrating. Is it really fair that a master's degree and, complex projects are judged by 3 lines of text?
I get that. But what's fascinating is that it's actually not about fairness at all. It's about cognitive load.
Cognitive load.
Yeah. Recruiters are exhausted. They look at hundreds of profiles a day, right? Oceans of text. When their eyes hit a block of dense, generic jargon, their brain just tunes it out.
Yeah.
They literally do not have the mental energy to decode what you mean.
Okay.
So writing those first 3 lines in strong, punchy English acts as a massive signal. It tells the recruiter, I am a clear communicator, I know my value, and I respect your time enough to get straight to the point.
Wow, okay. That reframes it completely. It's a demonstration of skill, not just a claim.
Exactly.
So we need a structure to actually do this. And the sources outline a very specific 3-part structure. First, the hook. Second, your accomplishments. And third, a closing statement.
The holy trinity of a good profile.
Right. So let's start with part 1, the hook. How do we not trip over our own feet in those first 3 lines? Because my first instinct used to be, I am a marketing manager with 10 years of experience.
Which is the most common mistake out there. Starting with your job title wastes that VIP pass. They already know your title. It's right under your name.
True.
When you write hardworking professional seeking opportunities, their eyes just glaze over. Everyone says it. You need a specific human-sounding statement describing what you do and why it matters to a business.
And there is a simple formula for this hook.
Yes. It's basically, I do X for Y audience to achieve Z outcome.
I do this for these people with this result. Let's look at an example. I help early-stage startups turn product ideas into scalable tech without the chaos.
I love that one. Notice the psychology. It implies the pain point startups are chaotic and positions you as the solution.
Here is another one. I'm a bilingual marketing strategist who bridges Asian markets and Western brand teams. But wait, I have to jump in here because, honestly, this sounds too bold for me.
Too bold.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of non-native speakers, writing a hook like, I help companies turn ideas into scalable tech feels deeply uncomfortable, like you are bragging. In a lot of cultures, humility is the ultimate virtue,
I am so glad you brought that up because that hesitation is so common.
Right.
But in a professional English-speaking corporate environment, directness is not arrogance. It's helpful clarity.
Helpful clarity.
Right. Think of it as a translation layer.
Yeah.
You aren't bragging. You are just stating the factual reality of the problem you solve so the recruiter doesn't have to guess. If you don't state what you bring to the table, they assume you bring nothing.
Oh, Ouch. Okay, so we've stated our value boldly. We use the formula. The recruiter's intrigued. They click see more. We are past the bouncer.
You're in the club.
I'm in. But now, part two of the structure, accomplishments. Because if I make a huge claim, how do they know I'm not just making it up?
Exactly. You need proof. This middle section is usually 2 or 3 short bullet points providing undeniable evidence. Generic statements like, I manage projects, have to go.
So replace them with hard numbers.
Yes. Specific outcomes.
For example, instead of I managed an engineering team, you write, led a team of 8 engineers to deliver a payment integration that reduced checkout time by 40%.
Perfect.
Or in marketing, grew an email list from 2,000 to 85,000 subscribers in 18 months through organic content strategy.
Those numbers anchor your bold claims in reality.
But if I just list percentages, doesn't that sound robotic, like a spreadsheet?
It can, which is why framing phrases are crucial. You weave the data into a human narrative. You start the sentence with, over the past 5 years, or one of my proudest achievements was.
Oh, I like that. One of my proudest achievements was it immediately tells them there is a real human behind the number.
Exactly. It gives the metric context.
Okay, before we get to part 3, we really need to look at the before and after of all this, because seeing this transformation is incredible.
It really highlights why the old way doesn't work.
Okay, I'm going to read a weak example out loud. This is a generic marketing professional. Listen to how empty this is. I am a marketing professional with 6 years of experience. I am passionate about social media and content creation. I have worked with various companies in different industries. I'm a hard worker and a good team player looking for new opportunities.
Oh man, it physically hurts to hear that.
Right. Why exactly does it fail so badly?
No hook to get past the bouncer. 0 concrete numbers. And it ends with looking for new opportunities, which just sounds, well, desperate.
And it's full of what our sources call weak phrases like passionate about. Everyone says they're passionate about data entry or whatever.
The problem with passionate about is it describes an internal feeling. Businesses pay for external results. Instead, replace it with something real, like deeply focused on, or I work best when.
What about hard worker?
Show, don't tell. Stating you are hardworking means nothing. State the actual result you achieved and let them conclude you are a hard worker.
And results driven.
Same thing, just give the result.
Okay, so let's hear the after version. Same exact person, same career, but they applied the structure, the numbers, and fixed the weak phrases. Listen to this contrast. I'm a B2B content marketer who helps SaaS companies grow organic traffic without a massive team or budget. Over 6 years, I've worked with companies from Series A to publicly traded building content engines that consistently drive leads, not just traffic. My most recent work grew a client's blog from 8,000 to 180,000 monthly readers in under 2 years. If you're building a content strategy from scratch or need to fix what's broken, let's talk.
Wow. I mean, night and day.
Totally night and day.
Same human being, but they opened with a specific hook. They backed it up with an undeniable metric, 8,000 to 180,000 readers.
And notice the end of that example. If you're building a strategy, let's talk. That brings us to part 3 of the structure, the closing statement.
Yes, you hooked them, you proved your worth, now explicitly tell them what to do next. Tell people what you were open to.
But wait, if I have a job, doesn't saying I'm open to conversations make me look disloyal to my current boss?
Not if you phrase it as a confident professional.
Yeah.
You frame yourself as a resource. You can say, always happy to connect with other U.S. designers or anyone working in ed tech. Or, I'm not actively looking, but I'm always open to interesting conversations.
So it's a soft open. I'm doing great, but hey, my door is open.
Exactly. It's confident.
Okay, moving into the final stretch, we have to talk about a quick bonus tip, the headline.
Yes. The text right below your name.
We'll keep this to 2 minutes max, but it is so important.
It is the most visible text on your profile. It follows you everywhere, every comment, every connection request.
And the golden rule is, do not just put your job title.
Please don't.
If it just says software engineer, you are completely wasting your best billboard. It needs to be a micro version of your hook.
It differentiates you instantly. So instead of product manager, you write, product manager helping fintech teams ship faster without sacrificing quality.
Yes. Or for sales. Sales lead, B2B SaaS 3x growth, open to opportunities.
It's an entire resume in 10 words.
It's the bait that gets them to click in the first place.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up, we absolutely have to do a quick vocabulary recap because beyond the structure, Swapping out basic English for professional phrasing is what really signals your level.
The language is the packaging for your career.
Right, so we need strong action verbs. Instead of saying, I was responsible for, we use words like led, built, scaled, transformed.
Because those imply forward momentum. You drove the outcome.
And we also need those industry-neutral corporate phrases, like cross-functional teams.
Which shows you can mediate between different departments like
Right.
design and engineering.
What about stakeholders?
A great word. It shows you understand the business landscape. You know who actually cares about the project's outcome.
We also talked about deliverables versus tasks.
Right. A task is just an activity. A deliverable is the tangible value you hand over to the business.
And KPIs, key performance indicators, or go-to-market strategy.
Using these words proves you speak the language of modern business fluently.
It is so practical. Okay, let's bring this all together. Your About section is a targeted 3-part formula: hook, accomplishments, and close. You drop the weak buzzwords, you add specific numbers, and you use strong, confident English.
And remember, directness is clarity, not arrogance.
Exactly. So here is the question for you listening right now. What does your LinkedIn About section look like right now?
Seriously, go look at it.
Is it an empty generic wall of text, or is it a targeted career magnet? We actually want to know. Share a sentence from your About section in the comments wherever you are listening. We will give you honest feedback.
And as you think about updating it, I want to leave you with one final thought. We talked about how your profile is evergreen. It's working 24/7. So what exactly is it saying about you while you're asleep? Is it quietly losing you opportunities with weak phrases, or is it pitching you perfectly to the hiring manager who just logged on at midnight?